Mati so. Don't know why that pops into my mind as I switch on the camera. Like, what is the deal? So, I've been wanting to share this now for quite some time. Like, literally, guys. I think this thing is a few years old, eh? Been wanting to share, the keys or the formulas to immortality in this realm, in this 3D realm. And not just in this realm, but in all realms, Okay, I'm back. So, it's basically, this doggy. It actually ties into the message, and the message is how to protect yourself. So I was planning a much cooler intro for my first episode. As the spiritual sensei, spiritual kung fu master. And basically the art to protecting yourself in this spiritual or psychological warfare arena is self-defense. You never go out on the attack because things are never quite what they seem. There's always, a deeper meaning or a little twist, or someone's perception being a bit thwarted, whatever that, or warped, whatever that word is, So it's very important to never go on the attack. And also when you have a life and when you have a full existence, you don't really have time to be attacking other people because you're busy guarding your empire. You're busy protecting your legacy that you're building. Do you understand? So the first thing to protecting yourself spiritually is cleanliness. Cleanliness is next to goddessness. And yes, I know it's not easy. I'm a single mother of 4, okay? These past few years have been tough. Ain't no joke, I even say, I don't need a gym. I mean, when you're sweeping your place 4 to 5 times, mopping 3 times, and I have one of those mops that have really long hair, long dreadlocks, and it's significantly heavy, so you can, imagine, the guns. Okay, so cleanliness is next to godliness. Not just cleanliness of your environment, cleanliness of your physique, cleanliness of your mind, being able to sort your thoughts and not allow any mold to fester in your mind, and being able to take command of your mind and not allowing yourself to be tempted into anything that you would regret. You have to be a unicorn. Unicorns have no regrets because we set the right intention. Our intention is pure from the beginning. So that purity already guides the actions. So we can only F up so much. If we were to F up, it would be tiny, insignificant. End up with this you mustn't eat, né? This is poison. It's like a mothball. I'll explain it to you when you've got tea. Okay? Enjoy your sunflowers. Go eat your sunflowers. Mama wants to show this. No. Guys. It's on his charger. Baby, Mama. Yeah? Expect to not give it to you. But you have to be there every single second. That's true. That is die waarheid. Okay, so episode number 1. The first step to protecting yourself spiritually and psychologically is cleanliness in all areas, because like attracts like. Maggots can't thrive in a sterile environment. That's the best way to explain it. So when someone sends you energy, only energy remotely on your frequency would be able to even stick, And if you came here especially as an alchemist, where you're able to actually absorb the energy sent your way and sift through it, then that helps even more, because we are the ones who can get overstimulated, overwhelmed, because there's so much coming at us and we're getting it all. We're absorbing it all because we're going to alchemize it so that we can give love back into nature. We are the pot plants of nature, I always say, being a chosen one or ascended master, whatever, is actually hard because we are of service to the population. We came here to be of service. Just by us being our best selves, we are changing the frequency. We are birthing new frequencies, new ideas, new beliefs that can sprout new empires that have never existed before in these billions of years. You know, they like to say it's all been done, but has it all been done? You know, has it truly all been done? I don't think so. I have many more years here, so I will think about it, you know. And yeah, this is a very short episode. In the next episode, we will talk about the art of embodying love, because that's another more powerful, the most powerful frequency is love and authenticity, you know. And in order to be authentic, you have to love yourself. So for me, it like goes hand in hand. So that will be the next step to making the shield even stronger. You see, we must be ready to block. We don't need to go out and stress ourselves out and exert energy attacking other people. Like, there's no competition, so why would we want to attack? It doesn't make sense to attack. It's going to feel unnatural. So we have to block. You know, you block and the energy will go back where it came from, or it will dissipate right there in front of you, you know. Depending on what elements you're working working with. Fire element, you'll just see the frequencies, you know, into a puff of ash. But that was an electric jolt. So if you work with the electric element, because that is also an element, electricity is an element that comes from the earth. Why are we not talking about it? Electricity is an element. We have 6 elements, yeah. Ether, electricity, water, air, fire, earth. Yeah. 6. Electricity is an element, bro. So, yeah, guys. I'm just making this beautiful jacket. And, I made it, nah? And then I made it incomplete. And I'm finally adding these strips here just to cover the zip, so that it looks more complete and doesn't look like this. This is one of the first pieces I made, okay? This is another trick to protecting yourself spiritually. This is the alchemy part. This brown section was a skirt. A skirt given to me by someone who has brought me a lot of discomfort and stolen a lot from me. You understand? In all realms, not just physically, emotionally, whatever, you know those kind of people that send their children out into the world depleted, zero. They didn't give affection for God. They just stole from you, sucked you dry. Whenever they saw you happy, they're like, oh, I can't stand your happiness. Yeah, so anyway, this was a skirt, and then I turned it upside down. It was a skirt. I turned it upside down, made it into the back of this jacket. Last night, it's not that I couldn't sleep. I didn't want to sleep because I wanted to finish this. Made this beautiful evil eye. It feels so beautiful. Look at it. So beautiful. And yeah, now I'm going to finish this. And this is alchemy, because this is one of the first pieces I made. This specific material here is a pretty good quality material, and it is part of what I found in the field. Like, if you are a diehard and you've been here on the journey with me, you'll know that sometime about 2-3 years ago, when I started my sewing journey, because I dreamed of sewing my whole life. And then at last, being in such a tight spot, and being in such a state of lack where things were really dry, and I used to always go out into the field and like burn dirt and stuff, and this one day I got out into the field and I found a bunch of patterns. I don't know whose house they clean out, and a bunch of patterns, but it was all like old stuff, but the material was unused. It was all offcuts, it's like the person made uniforms and stuff, and that started my sewing journey. And I've never looked back. And this was one of the first pieces I made. Even the sleeves are some type of linen. Some type of linen fabric. On the inside, I used the old jersey. I had this old jersey. I used this. Just imagine, it's like one of my first sewing projects. By hand. Everything here is by hand, Buffalo. Do not play with my life. Don't play with my life. So I'm going to finish this now. And I'll see you in episode 2.